Hi, guys. How are you today? Oh, my God. Let's let a few people come in before I get into it. New Jersey's getting so damn good, both on screen and off screen. Woo, let's talk a little bit about the stuff I've been hearing, what's going on behind the scenes. It's insane. Tell me, have you heard this too, Freddie? Have you been hearing that? We talked about this the other day about this behind the scenes. I forgot to turn my fan on. It's hot. Oh, and I'm wearing sleeves today. I always get hotter when I wear sleeves. Remember, I was telling you the other day that there's rumors going around town that that Joe Gorga and Melissa's businesses are fronts, just facades. I don't even know if I should say. I'm not going to say that just yet because they,
I think people need to get on to here. Maybe
they're saying that they're fronts and these people are liars and con artists. It's more to that. That's what I'm going to say today. I mean, have you heard about this, Perry?
Yeah, I heard something like that too.
I've heard about this.
And they're connected. I'll put it that way.
I've seen the rumors and I have had a source come to me about this as well. I think we all have, to be honest.
I think we have. We're not going to take the bait. We're not going to get into it. We're going to talk about what's pertained to the show. But we all heard that they're well connected. We'll just leave it at that. Have you heard that too, Perry? That they're connected? Huh? And then we were talking about this too, Freddie, that the rumors about their marriage being on the rocks is true. Have you heard that? We were talking about that. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the same source, I think, has spoken to all of us about what is going on here. And
my source is a behind the scenes source that pretty much is very much involved. Do you believe these things? Do you think they're connected?
They could be.
Do you think that the stores are just a front to be on the show?
Let's be honest. We don't really know what Joe Gorga actually does. He says, yeah, I do property and I make a lot of money. But we don't really get to see what he does.
We have not seen him into one damn property, have we?
Yeah. And then he's been in the press for doing a before and after kitchen, and then it's not been something he's done, and someone's been like, that's my kitchen. And then a couple of months ago, we had actually I think it was a month ago or 6 weeks ago now, that he did a before and after house, and then someone came actually on his Instagram and said, that's my house, I live there. And These are two different houses that are on the other end of the street. And then Joe's excuse was, that was my 21-year-old intern that did that. Well, I'm a year older than that, and I wouldn't make such a reckless mistake. I'd fire an intern for making such a stupid mistake like that, and surely you'd be giving them pictures of the before and after. So I don't really buy into that one. I'm not. That's not gonna fool me, I'm afraid.
You gotta love Freddie. He doesn't hold back. Now, does he?
I want to say it how it is. That's why we're all here, aren't we?
I know, but when I get paranoid about saying too much, I don't want them coming after me.
No, I mean, we're not saying too much. This is just an opinion.
Mostly everyone knows, right?
And it's been in the media circus, this kitchen and house thing that was a bit off.
It's insane.
People can Google it for themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
it's out there.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if we hear these rumors and we know what's going on, and we hear that the stores are just fronts, Bravo has to know this, right?
Why would Bravo care?
Exactly.
I mean, Bravo trying to put on a production, and they rather you fake it than trying to find somebody that actually have it. I mean,
But they all fake it. I mean, look at Dorit and PK. They're a prime example of someone that again, PK, it's not really we don't really know what he does either.
So you're saying it's not just Jersey.
No, it's not. It's just across the board that there are people that it's not really clear what they do. But all Bravo cares about is providing these people can show they live a rich lifestyle, have a massive house or a luxurious apartment, and drive a Range Rover and a Rolls Royce. They don't really care.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't care how you pay for it. If you're going to finish paying for it, they don't care.
They don't care if you rob Peter to pay Paul to get that. It's that providing you can show it, that's their main aim.
It's crazy. It doesn't say behind the scenes is getting just as good as
The
what
show.
we see on television. It really is. It really is. So last night was really good. I had something else to talk about behind the scenes. I guess I'll talk about it when it jumps in my head because I can't find my notes. What did you think of last night's episode, Freddie?
I thought it wasn't that great, to be honest. So they were, the person I really don't get there is Margaret's creative director, Alexa or Alexis.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to get what's the deal with her? Is she like a friend of the show? Because she's been on more than Michelle Pays, who's meant to be a friend or guest of the show. So that's something that I want to get more clarity on. And what's that whole thing? Apparently she's British. She does not sound British whatsoever.
Oh, she doesn't?
No. I don't know whether she's confirmed that or not, but she's 100% not British.
Oh, wow.
She sounds American.
She does? What do you think?
She sounds American, yeah.
I don't understand what she's doing there anyway, because so remember there's a rumor going around that Margaret is the one that actually started the rumor about Jackie's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and then Joe said at the Gorga house with the guys that he'd heard this rumor before.
Right.
What are the odds of Joe, Margaret's husband Joe, hearing a rumor like this? He doesn't strike me as the type to gossip. He doesn't strike me as the type to have a lot of friends that would know Jackie.
Yeah.
Is Margaret the culprit here?
Well, both Margaret and Jackie have confirmed sort of that why that was the case. So Margaret has said that what happened was that it was her and people on her team talking about what Teresa had said at Evan's birthday, and Joe apparently heard that and he just didn't remember that, and that was basically why he'd said, oh, like, I've heard that before.
Are you buying that, Perry?
You said he heard it after the fact. I mean, well, you know what, though? It's possible.
Jackie said the same thing, basically. She's implied and she believes that's what in Margaret for saying that.
Oh, Perry, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I'm saying it's possible. I mean, because I don't think the guy really cares. They pretty much go out with the guy. They haven't seen him doing anything. Mm-hmm. Most of the guys sort of vouch for him at the poker table or whatever. But maybe he could have, you know how women talk. They come home.
I don't know how women talk.
How do they talk? Like at a party, whatever. He don't overheard her talking on the phone. And he don't know whether it was yesterday or last week. Oh, I think I heard that before too. But he heard her talking about it probably on the phone.
Oh God, are you guys really sticking up for the husband?
Well, I mean, because I don't think that he would have started it, is what I'm trying to say. So he could have been mistaken, but it came across like, oh yeah, I've been hearing this for a while. But he could have been just them talking among each other, the women.
Okay.
I'm not trying to stick up for him, but I'm just saying.
That sounds like sticking up to me.
You kind of act like, you know what? You know, Margaret probably said something before he would have said something, the husband. So, you know.
I don't know. Anyway, so last night's episode picks up where we left off. Jackie is still, oh my God, upset because Teresa started the rumor. And not only she's upset, she wants her friends to support her Okay. And she threw a do-over party this time to make Evan feel more comfortable this time. And
that was hilarious.
Freddie, why can't she let this go? She's saying
I mean, I don't. So Jackie's Goldschneider's point of having this party was to forget about these awful things. But yet when they were all coming in, she was like, what do you think? What do you think? Type of thing. And she was like, I just think, because of the job that Evan's in, it's so bad, I can't get over this, she needs to, and what I said, it was just an analogy. It was just an analogy. And it was like, shut up, Jackie, okay?
Shut up, okay?
We get it. And why have another party if you're going to talk about it again? I think Evan was probably thinking, well, I'd much rather go for some beers with the lads. Let's be honest. Because
let me ask you guys this. Who you guys think had the biggest problem with this whole thing? Is it Jackie or Evan?
Jackie.
Okay.
Jackie.
Well,
okay, right. Exactly. No. But she keep putting it off on her husband.
I know.
Oh, because my husband, I would feel, but it's my husband because this and that.
You have to worry about her reputation. He's in a high-profile job. I never heard of him, but go ahead. Sorry.
I think what it is, her ego is so high that she don't really care who at the party heard it. It's about she don't want to think the other women to even consider that a man would ever cheat on her.
Yep.
That's where the damage comes in.
It's her ego. Jackie's ego's out of control.
I actually think she's really insecure. I think she actually isn't sure. I think part of her might actually believe this rumor, and she's actually just loads of stuff. And she's just, if she's so convinced it's not true, you wouldn't be having the worst time of your life like you're making out. I mean, that's what you think, the worst week of my life. If you're both so confident that Evan hasn't been screwing around in the gym like Teresa said, then, you should be fine. Just move past it and go, okay, well, I don't care what Teresa said. We're happy. We know that's not true. And the other thing, in regards, if Evan's job is so special and important, and they can't do with that stuff, why be on a reality show? Evan doesn't have to appear on the show.
Ooh, Freddie's breaking facts today. I have to withdraw my support from you, Perry. I don't believe a word you say anymore. It's what Freddie's saying that makes sense. I mean, she's insecure, and how do we know it's not really happening? You know what I mean? Her reaction, she's acting like it's true.
Right. I mean, she's acting like it's a possible chance that these girls believe that. She don't want to be looked at as the girl that could be cheated on.
But you cannot say 100% that people won't cheat. Right. She does not believe that. She is, what's the word, Freddie, I'm looking for? Partially believes this, or doubtful, or is not 100% convinced.
Sharrell, what you're saying is, in her mind, she knows it's possible. Mm-hmm. She don't want the other girls to feel like it's possible that a man could cheat on her because she's so damn great.
Here's the thing. I think Jackie has this idea. I think she's got the best marriage. Teresa's divorced. Yeah. Melissa and Joe, well, we've heard, they've even said themselves that their marriage isn't great at the moment. Margaret's been married, I think, that's not her first marriage, is it? Dr. Aiden, he's a worker all the time. So so I think Jackie's got this idea. She's got and she really wants to uphold this type of reputation. That's how I feel. And she feels that Teresa has basically taken a dump on it. In other words.
Look, think about this, Freddie. We have not seen Evan this much on the previous seasons. He was always gone.
And since this rumor, all Jackie's been doing is been playing basketball in her backyard with her children. It's like, we've seen that so many times. Can you not do anything else?
Yeah, I'm over the hoop. That's just what she does, because what she's probably doing all day is worrying about Evan and where he's at. Is that bad?
That's
Probably on
basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Luann when she was worried about Tom D'Agostino being at the Regency, isn't it?
Oh, Freddie.
I mean, let's be honest here.
Yeah, she's acting like a paranoid woman that does
Luann,
not know where her.
I mean, are we going to see later on? How could you do this to me? Question mark.
I don't know. I'm starting to lean toward Freddie. You are dragging me to the dark side. I 100% agree with everything you just said. This is not looking good. It's not looking good. She keeps talking about it. She said herself, oh, this doesn't look bad. My husband has an image to uphold. She's worried about her image, and she partially believes the rumors. She cannot
if you care about your image so much. So
That's what I agree with. Yeah. She sort of, know that it's possible. And she probably had those thoughts herself. But when somebody bring it on the table and you get people from the outside that's looking in, judging you, she don't want to feel like she should be judged because she's above that. She can't be cheated on. Teresa wasn't right about doing it. Let's not get it wrong. Now, she wasn't right for what she did and how she acted. But hell, keep it real with you. Neither one of them should feel solid. I mean, mostly secure about their husband not cheating. The only one I think that may not, or I might give them benefit of the doubt, is Jennifer's husband.
Yeah, no, I think they're great. They've got a good marriage.
It's he's 100% safe. He's not a looker. Is that bad?
Bill Aiden.
Bill. He's not, he's not the hottest thing. And then he works too much.
But he's rich.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, I don't know. I just don't see him cheating.
I know, nor do I. And I think because they're Turkish, I think they really frown upon that type of stuff. And they really do. I really believe that they do uphold those values that they talk about quite regularly on the show as well.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the second most important thing on the episode, in my opinion. No, the first important thing on the episode. I've got to talk about those Gorgas. Okay, so I mean, I'm scared of them personally. I am scared of the Gorgas, not Melissa, Joe, because he comes off. He might be. The rumor is, he's a possible fraud. There, I said it. Okay, but Jennifer Aiden, who I'm loving, by the way, she is the best of the show. I like her better than Teresa. There, I said it. And if Andy Cohen decides to let Teresa go because she makes too much money, this will be Jennifer Aiden's show. Am I going too far?
No, I actually like her.
I like Teresa still. I like Teresa on there. I think it would be a very weird dynamic without her. Yes, she's been catty for sure this season. She is looking for a storyline this season. Now the divorce and thing is over. But I would actually be quite sad if she wasn't on the show anymore. But that's me. I really like all of this cast. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. With all that cast, there are things I like about them and things I don't like about them.
Everybody has a special role on that cast, and nobody could leave. Even Dolores, who doesn't know if she wants to still be with Frank or David.
Oh my God! I mean, he was very much like a husband this episode at Evan's birthday, wasn't he?
Do we see Frank
what is Evan becoming? The Queen or something with two.
We see Frank more than we see David.
I know. That David guy hasn't even appeared yet. I mean, what is he in the basement?
He might be / boyfriend / pool boy. They come once a week.
Oh, Perry, that's so bad. You're saying that. Well, no. Anyway, I like Frank. By the way, Frank. He's the essential part of the cast. We have to have Frank on the show, people. We can't do it without Frank. But let's talk about my fave, our faves. Jennifer pulling Melissa over to the side and telling her about the rumors that Michelle is saying. Now, the rumor is Joe Gorga owes her husband tens of thousands of dollars. This is what she said. A lot of money. First of all, before we get into that, do you guys think that Jennifer was being messy by even asking? Go ahead, Perry.
No, the answer is no. She wasn't being messy. I mean, that's what a friend should do.
Yep.
And I'm glad Melissa didn't come at her as if she was starting something.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
no, I'm saying being messy by asking Michelle in the first place, what do you think of the Gorga?
Well, you know, no, with that part, I don't think so, because it's like somebody just talking to somebody.
It was an innocent question.
She wasn't trying to get into that part. She don't really feel Melissa like that. So she was just saying, what you think about them? It's a, you know, like, well, they cool, they all right, but what you think about them? It's something you may ask a person.
But I think the reason why we didn't see loads of drama in that, because both Jennifer knew she could have been a lot more messier if she'd wanted. And I think, both Jennifer and Melissa knows that situation could have been a lot messier had Jennifer chosen for it to be so. You know, she took her privately aside and just said, look, haven't told anyone else. I wanted to come to you first. So, you know, Melissa would have looked like a complete fool if she got really angry at that when actually she hadn't been going around saying this.
Right? Yeah. I mean, do we believe that the Gorgas are broke? It's not impossible.
I wouldn't say broke.
Especially with Joe not having a job. We still don't know what he does.
I'm not sure about broke. You know, I mean, you can make money without having a job. Right? It's ways you can make money. But I think that it's been some funny business dealings as far as who you pay and who you don't pay. You know,
I agree.
Like a hustle type of deal. But yeah, I found it weird after Melissa and Jennifer had that talk. As soon as they came in at the damn dinner table, what did you talk about? But they just went right into what they talked about. I mean, which I guess Melissa felt okay.
Well, Jennifer wasn't. She was like, Melissa, we want to explain what we talked about.
I'm sorry?
Like Jennifer said, like, oh, Melissa, do you want to like say? Like Jennifer was still like quite respectful and was sort of
right,
like,
exactly.
But are you saying, Perry, why have a conversation in private when 2 minutes later, Teresa's going to out you and say, what did you guys talk about?
Right. I mean, and I mean, because I would think at that point, Melissa probably would have want more time to think about what Jennifer had told her in private and maybe talk to Teresa in private.
Yeah.
I would thought maybe she would say, hey, you know what? Oh, nothing. We were just having girl talk and then talk to Teresa separately. But I guess it bothered her.
And she wanted Teresa to get mad. She wanted Teresa to get mad.
Oh.
Because she's talking about your brother. Like,
oh, I get it. I mean, so basically what you're saying is once Jennifer told her that, she automatically got mad at the Michelle girl.
Automatically. There has to be some truth to these rumors.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree that Melissa was 100% trying to gaslight Teresa into going bananas, like we saw in episode 1. That's what she was.
At that point, since Michelle said that, she wanted to get back at Michelle by having Teresa not have her sell her house.
Yeah, she was like, how can someone who's talking smack about your brother, like, why are you getting them to sell your house?
This is so good. I can't even handle it. It's so good.
Now, how did Teresa respond? She's like, well, I mean, I didn't never get into Joe's business. I don't get into my brother's business like that, but I got to sell my house, basically. Like,
yeah, and she got a talking to behind the scenes and then changed her attitude and actually confronted Michelle and said, we cannot. If you don't fix this, I cannot sell your house. But listen, is Melissa an undercover gaslighter? Look how she's handling the Evan situation. We're going to have to rename her the gaslighter because she is in the middle playing both sides between Jackie and Teresa. I know how you feel. Teresa said that. She's a gaslighter. That's her new name, the gaslighter.
I agree. I think good call.
The undercover gaslighter. She strikes again. She almost got Michelle to lose the listing, and she still might lose it if they can't work this thing out. Mm-hmm. But why would Michelle tell somebody's business like that?
Why did she not tell Teresa rather?
Thank you. Hello.
That's a good question, though. Now, that part, I don't know. I mean, shit, I don't know.
She could be a gaslighter too. She's trying to get a spot on the show. That's what she's doing. Okay. She wants to be on the show. I'm totally convinced.
Well, it will promote, because being a realtor, I mean, if you go on to a housewife show, that's going to help you. That's going to make you more prominent and well known. Like, we've seen realtors over the years in both in the UK and in America, of course, realtors going onto this show because they know that they can become really big and get all these amazing listings.
Are their names Mauricio?
Yeah.
Are their names?
They befriend people to get Beverly Park listings, like with Adrian Malouf and LVP.
I know.
He was playing LVP, Adrian Malouf and stuff because they wanted these $20 million listing Beverly Park houses.
Mm-hmm.
And Sharrell was then like, that is not who I am on the reunion. That's not what I do. Trying to play the victim because victim, vile Kyle.
So, I mean, you know, it's really cool too. Danielle Staub, since she's not been on the show, she's been running her mouth. She's been running her mouth. She's been calling people out, saying, you know, I'm hurt. You know, these women are came against me and da 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 da.
You hurt Margaret's head when you pulled her hair out.
I know. Look, she shot herself in the foot. She should not have told everyone that Teresa told her to do it. This is reality TV. You got to play the game here, Danielle. So we can't feel bad for you, but you got to get over it. You're not on the show anymore.
But look, Danielle has played the game terribly on that. She was a full-time housewife. They demoted her. She accepted the demotion. And then I think that demotion was because she refused to give Bravo a certain amount of money from a book that she did. That was why. And then obviously because she's friends.
Freddie, I'm going to call you T. Freddie. You bring the tea. Really?
Allegedly, yes. Allegedly, I was told by someone who used to work at Bravo. They alleged to me that was because it was because she refused to give Bravo a certain percentage of a book that she sold, allegedly.
This is so good, Freddie.
And the reason that she stayed on for so long since season 8 was because she was friends with Teresa. She's Andy Cohen's favorite, so whatever Teresa says pretty much goes. They say okay. So that's why Danielle held on there for a lot longer than she should have.
No, you're right. Because remember, Danielle was gone for several years. Basically, when she fell out with Teresa. And then when Teresa reached out to make up, they brought her back on the show. This show should be called The Real Housewives of Teresa. You don't go against her. Jennifer Aiden is a smart woman. She's smart because she will not go against her.
But she's been owning her own opinion more, I think, this season, Jennifer. She's been like saying, oh, like, I wouldn't do that. Or like, and like but I think the only bit was at Evan's birthday, she really backed up Teresa. But apart from that, she did own her own opinion, like especially in the Lake George bit, the first part.
I like the way she handled the Gorga situation, them exposing that, you know, rumors is you owe people money all over town. And I'm kind of convinced. I think it's true. We've been hearing, Freddie, how long have we been hearing these rumors?
I've heard this. A couple of people have actually been sort of saying this for a couple of months now. And like, we've seen reports of this, like even back when they were filming that with the whole kitchen thing.
Yeah.
But more information seems to be coming out of the woodwork here.
We've been hearing, listen, so it's so funny. So let's say for the sake of this video that the rumors are true. That the Gorgas took this idea to Bravo as a storyline. They say that they have these jobs, but they really don't. How long is this going to last? And you know what? The Bravo has to know. How long is this storyline going to keep up, Perry, if it's fake?
Look, I mean, as long as they can keep making their money on the side, wherever they're making it at, right? I mean, obviously before the show, they was living somewhere. If you can just get these fronts, get on the show, now you just gain the income by being on the show.
Yep.
It's good income.
Yeah, it's good income. So that's why most of them do it, not just this one. A lot of them. All these reality TV shows is based off the same thing. Let me just get all this money and act like it. And then when they get fired, now reality kick in, all the stuff they had they couldn't afford.
All of this, we work in construction. All of this, we are house flippers or we are developers. That's what they're saying. I'm convinced at this point.
I'm looking into it a lot more.
Are you going to?
I've had
Oh my God.
I've done it with Tom. I'm not afraid to do it with them.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
Why we have Freddie. You're not
But you know what though, Sharrell, though? I mean, when you use those kind of titles and say, hey, well, Perry, what do you do? Oh yeah, I flip houses. I own a construction company. Well, when you start saying things like that, most of your stuff could be in different names where people can't really track you, and they never have to see you at work if you're the one that's head of the operation. So people can.
But if it's your own business, we expect to see you show it on the show. I get, because Evan works for someone else, that can't be shown. Like the person that owns that can say no. But with Joe, he allegedly owns this alleged property business thing, whatever it is. Why aren't we seeing it on the show?
We have not seen Joe one time in a construction hat, walking the site, making sure everything's okay. We have not.
Well, yeah, I mean, but how they try to portray it is that, hey, my company is so big, I'm hands off. I just own everything, oversee it, that I pay people to wear the hard hats. I do all this, and I sit in this house, and when you see me in this house, you can assume that's where my money's coming from.
Listen, I know I have friends that have parents that do residential property development, and they're flipping, 3 to 5 different houses a year, making very good money. They are going to the construction site to be talking to architects, talking to builders, seeing how they can stop delays happening, talking to interior designers, talking about tiling, kitchens.
Yes. Freddie is bringing the team.
No. I agree with you because I don't want you to think that I don't think the person should ever be seen doing some work. I'm just saying, but some people feel like they can just throw out this elaborate lie, right? Then they can lie again. Well, why aren't you at work? Oh, no, I pay others for that, right? But you don't even see them on the phone. Talking about it. Let's keep it real. You never see him on the phone. But
at least we've even seen Evan at his computer working. We haven't even seen Joe at his computer answering a bloody email.
Or answering the phone. You guys are so right. Listen, guys. Freddie, are you on it? Are you going to follow the rumors?
I am going to be. That's what I'm here to do. I'm afraid.
Brave Freddie. Give him a new name, Brave Freddie. I mean, they can't keep trying to pull the wool over our eyes. It's just obvious that these two businesses, so-called businesses, are fronts.
I'm the rumor specialist here. That is what I do.
Let me ask you this too, Sharrell and Freddie. Have you ever seen one time that Joe had to say, hey, you know what? I can't attend that event, or I can't do this.
Because I got to work?
Yeah, and not even work. Handle something. Handle some business. He didn't even get to say work.
Handle some business.
Yeah. You never seen him do that.
No, we've never seen a secretary. We've never seen an employee. Oh my God, you guys.
Where's this 21-year-old intern he had? We haven't even seen that.
We haven't seen anybody. I seen it had some blueprints one time in his hands, but that was about it. I mean,
you could buy those from a local store.
Wouldn't that be funny if
Page 6 goes, Joe Gorga caught buying these as props at a store in New Jersey.
He already got busted. Wouldn't it be funny if this is true? These rumors are true. Him and Melissa are faking, and they're going over and beyond to fool us.
They're not. They wouldn't be the first or the last to do it because that
would mean that he bought fake blueprints to carry under his arm and come in the house and say what a hard day he had. What would people not do for money? What would people not do for money? It's crazy. Anyway, I forgot. We got off into the rumors. So that's what's making the show extra good, is that there's these rumors going on. And then when you watch the show, you kind of see what they're talking about. Like,
yes, yeah, I agree. I think next week's the episodes, it's going to go back up again because it's a bit like a graph. You know, it started off really high, it's gone down, but I think it's going to go up again.
It's going to go way up because remember I told you guys that Joe Giudice is going to be a huge part of the show, and this argument is going to get big.
Yeah, when they go to Jersey Shore and later on, and Joe Gorga flips that table and goes, "My mother ended up in a grave."
It's so good. This is so good. I mean, I'm really loving it. I'm pretty much convinced that the Gorga's marriages is in trouble. It just is. That those businesses are just fronts, and they're kind of scam artists. And Joe, I mean, Gorga already got proved being a scam artist. So
I'm going to be interested to see what their new house in Franklin Lakes or Heights or whatever it's called is going to be like, because it's not going to be a McMansion. They've already said that. Is it going to be like a massive 12,000 square foot, but just not in McMansion style? Or is it going to what is it going to be like? That's what I'm interested in.
This is interesting because listen, I'm convinced. I'm echoing here. Sorry, guys. Listen. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm convinced that the Gorgas don't have as much money as they're putting on. So I'm going to be hypersensitive about their material things at this point.
Like Doris and PK.
Like what?
Like Doris and PK.
Yeah.
And add Teresa in that too, okay? Teresa don't have as much money as she putting on. Ooh. Why do you think she's selling this damn house?
You're making some serious accusations.
Well, no.
Like $2 million a year.
People just don't go and sell things for no reason. She's selling that house. And the reason why, when they was at that dinner table and they was like, well, she's talking about your brother like that and you gonna let her sell this house? She should have came out and just said, I have to sell that house.
Oh my God.
In my opinion, that's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but if they both put money into it 50-50, and let's say Joe, I don't know what their financial situation is, but if they went 50-50 on that house, Joe Giudice is going to want his half of that house. And now and we know she's bought a new house. She's spent over $3 million. Her boyfriend is in Montville, and it's 4 doors down the way from Melissa and Joe's old house that they've just sold. So she's on the deeds for this new house her boyfriend Louis Rouliez has just bought.
This is so good I can't even talk. Perry, you just uncovered something. She wasn't acting like she was ready to move on to sell the house. She was crying. Did you guys see that? And she was like, oh, the memories here. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna back out. She has to sell the house. Now we gotta have the specialist Freddie do a deep dive and figure out why does Teresa have to sell.
Does anybody know the square footage of that house she's in right now?
No.
Let me have a look because I've seen it on the market and it's down to about 2.255, I think.
They had to drop the price?
Yeah, they've dropped the price since it's been listed. I'm keeping an eye on listings. This is what I do. And I'm keeping an eye on when Tom's house comes onto the market as well.
Go ahead, Perry. Sorry.
She was basically coming to tears. You know, they would act like it's just memories she had. She know I'm fixing to leave this house and I got to find something smaller. And that, because she got to keep this reputation up. And that's what's hurting.
This is
but now she's going to live with this new boyfriend in a more expensive house in Montville. But her name, I think she's the manager, but I don't think she's put money in, but her name is on the deed of this Montville house that her new boyfriend has just bought. So maybe she's planning to sell the New Jersey house that she's got on the market, and then's going to pay him half when she sells that house, and then the other half goes to Joe Giudice.
This is so good.
I'm half and not. I don't know about her paying him half. I mean, because are you sure her name is on the new house with the guy?
Because at one time it was in foreclosure. that house,
Yeah.
and it was talked about, and she denied it, and everyone else was saying it was, and things. And
Right.
she said it was $5 million. Well, it's not even on for half of $5 million at the moment. I'm just saying you can go onto the market.
No, you're telling the truth. Yeah, she said it was 5 million at one point. I remember that. This is so good. Do you guys see why Jersey's the new hit? I mean, this is so good. They want us to focus on this stupid Evan cheating rumor when you have serious things going on behind the scenes. Okay, why do you have to sell that damn house? Are you as rich as you say? I don't think so.
And what Dolores is up to? Why aren't we seeing this David? It's like he's disappeared. You know, is it 3 freaks in a crib, as Perry suggested last?
We haven't seen him since they went to the gun range together, and then the what's his name, Frank?
David.
Huh?
Oh, the other one's Frank. Yeah, David.
Frank told him, "Hey, you know what? You're not a real good boyfriend." We haven't seen them since the gun range. If you think about it, we haven't seen them since then.
When Frank cheated on Dolores, and he actually lied about the fact that he got disbarred because he was a lawyer, and he.
This is a corrupt franchise. Just
and now they do. Yeah, he was a lawyer before he was doing property development and construction.
Oh, that's his job now too?
Yeah, he was a lawyer before. It's all over the internet if you look at that as well.
Let me bring up UK.
He was. Oh, hi, Adam.
Hey.
Hi, Adam. Oh my God, have you been listening to the conversation?
Yeah.
Did Perry stumble up on something here? Does Teresa have to sell this house?
I don't think she needs to do it for financial reasons. I just think it's because he wants his stake in the house. I don't think it's anything about her being, you know, in desperate needs.
Who wants a stake in the house?
Joe Giudice. But
because if they've gone 50-50,
for example, right, like I can't really relate to this because I don't have siblings, but if I had a sibling and I was going to inherit this house, typically, you know, it's a joint decision. If you want to keep the house value, then, you know, the two of you don't sell. But if one wants to sell and one doesn't, you have to sell. Typically, unless you pay for a lawyer to say, you know, F off.
Or Adam, or you simply sell when you no longer can afford it.
I mean, if it comes to that. But
let's keep it real.
I just thought this episode was pretty disappointing. Jennifer was the top gun in this episode.
She's the best.
It was just disappointing. I'm fed up with this whole Jackie thing, but however, she's adding more to the episode than Dolores is. I mean, Dolores may be her ride or die for Teresa, but she is just boring now. I am just bored.
He jumped on a Lilo in Lake George.
I can't. No one cares about someone jumping into a lake.
On a line.
We have to have Dolores. She's Teresa's wingman.
Yeah, but she is quite boring though.
Really, Perry?
No, she's boring. I would not even show up.
Really, Perry?
Her personality, this David guy is ruining what she could offer, and we all know that she's not going to discuss it because in the season trailer, she tells everyone to F off.
Well,
true, yeah.
She has value on the show. Everyone can't be right, Perry.
No. She is stuck in the mud. She is not revealing anything. She's a promotion of, like, beforehand she used to be decent in the season 7 and season 8. But this episode she's a promotion of she's a promotion of Teddy. She can have her own opinion, but unlike Jennifer, she's not distancing herself to a unique. Jennifer is clever. She was buddying up with Teresa, but now she's going like, I'm sorry, you can't just spit this tea like that. You can't just say anything like that. Have a filter. And like, she was shady in the episode. She was just like, Teresa says, "Oh, I don't want to. You know, Jackie keeps mentioning this, but at the same time, hypocrisy." She was like, "You're the one mentioned this."
Oh God, Adam.
But
do you agree, Freddie? Dolores is boring.
I really want to know about what's happening with.
But she's not going.
I mean,
I'm sorry, she was boring this episode.
You guys gotta cut it out. What do you say, Perry? What did you say?
Well, no, I'll just say this. I mean, and this was like, I recently just started watching it, so I haven't been watching it for all those years. Maybe she was good years ago. I don't know.
Oh God!
But for me watching it, and I'm trying to just focus on these personalities and everything.
Perry. Oh,
it's a waste of my time because the extra I got to try to remember for no reason.
Sharrell, anyone can go on television and jump in the lake. Like, what's the big deal?
Oh my God! You got okay.
It's the same thing as, you know, just watching paint dry.
No, paint, Adam.
Yeah,
that was Teddy Mellencamp's role. She was
Teddy
Stop.
Mellencamp and Wendy Osofo when you put it on mute.
Oh my God!
Wendy also he just doesn't compare.
Wendy Osofo should be fired.
Oh my
I
God!
I can't have these recycled personalities in front of my face. Like, I'm sorry. But Melissa and Joe, I mean, there is some secret stuff there, and I was shocked that they did not put this Michelle person as a friend role on the show.
I heard that she was supposed to be full time.
It was, but she's not. Like, if she's a friend, so far she hasn't shown up, and maybe it's coming up. But I want to hear this. This is where it's going to be at, and this is where it's going to switch around, where Melissa's going to be like, Jackie, back me.
Well, let me ask you this, Adam. Do you believe that Melissa and Joe Gorga's businesses are legit?
Not Joe Gorga is jealous of Frank because he can actually prove that he has a construction business.
I
Do
cannot.
anybody even know the name of their businesses? Do anybody know the name of their businesses? There's proof in the pudding. There's proof in the pudding. They show that they built wannabe David's house.
Yeah, that's true.
And Joe and Frank has built gyms.
Now we have seen Frank at the construction site.
Yeah, we have.
We have. Perry, did you say you just want to know the name of Joe's business?
Yeah, no. I'm just saying. I'll
look into it.
Yeah, gotta put the specialist on it.
But as much as you know, like it just like one, Andy fancies him, right? So you know, when every time at the reunion, like I don't know if you see, but Andy's eyes are like, yeah, let me put those eyes on that prize, because just like when he stares at one, you know, he like the smile just increases. So he's going to stay on the show for quite a while. But as much as I don't, you know, I'm far from this Jackie thing. I do respect the whole thing with the finance because it is a different industry. But what Joe Gorga said, oh, she was, you know, I think she was looking out for you. I'm sorry. That is BS at its finest. How,
you know what though? I thought it was the damn stupidest thing I ever heard.
For a party, right? And someone the people who are hosting the party.
What's he supposed to say? Go ahead, Perry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no! I was telling Bobby, you know that I'd call him when I'm finished.
No, you were saying you thought it was the stupidest thing.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, that's ridiculous. And when Evan, the thing was sitting there talking, and he's like, "Oh well, I think she just said it because she wanted to help you guys out."
That's his sister. No.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe he should have just said,
He's got to protect her, Adam.
But it doesn't matter.
I think he could have explained it better. Like, I think things could have came off the wrong way. I don't think she had bad intentions. Something. But when you can, I think she only did it to help you guys out. And then when the guy looked at him, he had to realize how stupid he looked.
I mean, if one of my cousins said that, and they were being disrespectful to one of my friends, I would just call them out, saying like, "What the hell is that meant to mean?" When you can clearly see, like, unless you're delirious and you're on LSD and your head is shaken upside down and you can't look straight, then I'm
LSD, Adam.
Like, you know, it's just like if your head is turned upside down and going whack whack whack, you know, if you can stare at someone straight, I'm sorry, but you can know that is just complete BS. It doesn't matter if it's your sister or not. It's just BS.
That was just so okay. But I'm saying that was so stupid. That's almost like somebody breaking in your damn house, stealing all your furniture and everything, and then when you come home and go, "Oh, I was just trying to help you clean up."
You guys
it just don't make sense. It don't make sense.
All right, just moving on from New Jersey.
No, I gotta wrap this up because I have an interview.
Okay, just one last question though.
Okay, really quickly because I can't make her late. Go ahead.
So in the next for the trailer for the next episode, what do you think about Jennifer having a good time?
Oh, I'm excited for it, to be honest. I think it's going to be a good episode. And we obviously see Joe and Jonathan having this talk about the money. Jonathan is Michelle's husband. Right. So we're going to be seeing that. Jennifer, apparently it's because she's got, emotional issues. That's sort of what they implied in the trailer. But she was in a bad way. She was like a drunk student on like at a college, like at a college do, and she'd been drinking too much Kool-Aid.
You guys are crazy. I got to wrap this up. Yeah. I got an interview literally in 45 minutes. But we can't wait for the upcoming episodes. This is going to be amazingly good. Specialist, are you going to be on it?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, you guys, I wanted to thank everyone for joining the chat. I will be back literally at 11 o'clock with Lacey from Love After Lockup. I hope you guys can make it. All right, guys, on 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oops.